Swing, swing, everybody swing. Call her sweetheart, call her dear, and swing around for half a year. And the first couple lead to the right and circle four with all your might. Now leave that lady where she be. It's on to the next and circle three. Take that gal across the floor, on to the next and circle four. And home you go alone. And forward six and back you go. Gents cross over, don't be slow. Now double under to the garden gate. Gents cross back, don't hesitate. Forward six and back you go. Gents cross over, don't be slow. Now double under to the garden gate. And gents cross back, don't hesitate. Forward six and back you go. Gents cross over, don't be slow. Now double under to the garden gate. Gents cross back, don't hesitate. Forward six and back you go. Gents cross over, don't be slow. Now double under to the garden gate. The gents cross back, don't hesitate. Two lone gents lead to the right. Circle four with all your might. Then do-see four and do-see eight and do-see on, and don't you wait. And take that gal you call your own and turn her around and swing her home. Second couple lead to the right. Circle four with all your might. Leave that lady where she be. It's on to the next and circle three. Take that gal across the floor, on to the next and circle four. And home you go alone. Forward six and back you go, and a two gents loop with a do-si-do, and forward again with a wagon wheel around, and turn those gents and you're onward bound. Forward six and back you go, and a two gents loop with a do-si-do, forward again with a wagon wheel around, and you turn those gents and you're onward bound. Forward six and back you go, and two gents loop with a do-si-do, forward again with a wagon wheel around, and you turn those
Greetings,
gents and you're
Earthlings.
homeward bound.
Greetings, people of Earth. It's time for Tunes at Noon. Get ready now.
Forward six,
Never
back
know what's
you
gonna
go.
happen as we
Two gents
prove
loop with a
yesterday.
do-si-do, forward again with a wagon wheel around, and you
Proved
turn
it.
those gents and you're
Never,
homeward
ever know
bound.
what the heck is going to happen on this show. Man,
The
blew
two
my
lone
mind.
gents now lead the right and circle
That ain't
four
hard to
with
do.
all your might. And the do-si lady, do-si gent. I came here with the best
More
intent,
internet
and my
weirdness
windshield
today.
fed, my fencer's bent.
we'll do the best we can. We'll muddle through.
And you swing her till she's all a flutter, and take her home upon a shutter.
Or internet weirdness today. I don't know what's going on.
Someone
I
over
got
by the
a
controls
new
will put the arm
router
over
and
the third and fourth couples
new
will go
cable
out in place
modem
of the first and second.
at terrific, stupid expense a month ago.
Swing,
It worked
swing,
great.
everybody
The last couple
swing.
days have been messing up.
Call her
Probably
sweetheart,
my
call her
highest
dear,
speed.
and swing around for half a year. And the first couple
Anyway.
lead to the right and circle four
That's what
with
I'm
all
talking
your
about.
might. Now leave that lady where she be. It's on to the next and circle three. Take that gal across the floor, on to the next and circle four. And home you go alone. And forward six and back you go. Gents cross over, don't be slow. Now double under to the garden gate. Gents cross back, don't hesitate. Forward six and back you go. Gents cross over, don't be slow. Now double under to the garden gate. And gents cross back, don't hesitate. Forward six and back you go. Gents cross over, don't be slow. Now double under
Minute
to
to
the
go,
garden
folks.
gate. Gents
Minute
cross
to
back,
go.
don't hesitate.
And then the show.
Forward six and back you go. Gents cross over, don't be slow.
Oh, yeah.
Now double under to the garden gate. The gents cross back, don't hesitate. Two lone gents lead to the right. Circle four with all your might. Then do-si four and do-si eight and do-si on, and don't you wait. And take that gal you call your own and turn her around and swing her home. Second couple lead to the right. Circle four with all your might. Leave that lady where she be. It's on to the next and circle three.
23 seconds,
Take
folks.
that gal across the floor, on to the next and circle four. And home you go alone. Forward six and back you go, and a two-shin swoop with a do-si-do, and forward again with a wagon wheel around, and turn those gents, you're onward bound.
Yeah, hey Skip, what's up, Alan?
Forward six and back you go.
John Short's tune. Let's
Sue.
hear the old hawk call.
Sue.
Time for the old hawk call, folks.
You're big. You're big, big. Come on, pig. Whoa!
Yeah, come on, pig. Come on. That'll do, pig. That'll do, pig. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Tunes at Noon. Already, Alan's asking me if I play John Short's tune. Yes, I do. I can't start it for the life of me, though. It's in my little book of Illinois fiddle tunes, in fact. I believe it's right in there. But I'll try to resurrect that. I should have some of my stuff printed out here. It's on my computer, and as we discovered one time a couple weeks ago, if I switch screens on my computer during the show, the mic shuts off, and then I forget to turn back on, and I end up doing this for like 5 minutes. And nothing's coming out, right? So, but I'll try to come up with that John Short's tune. Oh, man, you never know what's going to happen here on the Big Fiddle Show. This is not the Big Fiddle Show. On the Big Fiddle Show Tunes at Noon program. Yesterday, out of the blue, got a fabulous call from a famous Canadian musician. Bill Guest up in Nova Scotia gave us a call. Folks, the hotline does work. I will answer calls during the program. You can always text me. Just the number's right there, scrolling across your screen. Email me, bigfiddleshow@gmail.com. A couple people emailed me yesterday asking for music I played yesterday. I will be glad to fill those requests later today. But, man, Bill Guest, like a guy who I've never met yet, but I've only interacted with on the internet the last couple of years, but whose music I have admired, for 40 years. Incredible player, fiddle player, played piano on a cross-Canadian tour with Don Messer. I mean, come on. Doesn't get any better than that. And doesn't get any much more famous than that of guys who are representative of Canadian fiddling and all kinds of fiddling. So, wow. Huge shout out to Bill for calling into the program yesterday. Really enjoyed talking to you. I'm going to be back in touch with you about all those tunes, man. I'll be getting back to you in the next couple days. And thanks for telling us that Becky's Jig is one of your tunes, man. That's great. That's on my list, I think. Let's see. Let me look at my list I'm playing from. Remember I told you yesterday we've got Jennifer and our friend Kathy and Pat and I have a big dance weekend coming up next weekend up in Dodgeville, Wisconsin at the Squirrel Moon Dance Weekend. We have to play 4 contra dances, full-length contra dances in one weekend. And so we determined that we would not repeat any tunes. So I've got all these lists. Here's my jig sets. Here's my reel sets. And I've also got a list of waltzes. They like to do a mix of things, so we might play a couple of hombos, because that's a Scandinavian type country up there. Definitely play some waltzes, a couple of schottisches. We got to have all kinds of things ready for this crowd, because they love to dance. So they'll drive us crazy dancing, I'm telling you right now. Anyway, I'm going to start playing from this list. I told you I got to warm up for my gig. So I've got these in 2 tune sets. So the objective is to be able to start the first tune, switch, and start the second tune. Ho! Is that possible? Yeah, I think it is. So. Let's try the first little set of reels here. We're going to play is Sheehan's reel in G and Kylie's reel in A in a set, a little medley. Okay. So let's see what we can do. Got to get tuned up. I don't know if you saw that debate last night. I'll tell you about it. Man, Pat and I went round and round about whether we were going to eat in or eat out. So that was the big debate last night. If you missed it, I'll tell you more about it later, maybe. But yeah, it was something. It was a real throwdown. All right, let's play a little bit of that. Sheehan's reel and followed by Kylie's reel. So we're going to switch from G to A. Okay. Hey, thanks everybody who's joined us so far in the program today, man. All right. Here we go. All right, I got through that one. Man, Sheehan's reel and Kylie's reel, and a little jig set for a little reel set for contra dance. So there you have it. All right, 6 people watching. Oh man, we got up. I tell you, I really enjoyed our program on Monday night, though. The Quebec special program. I got another video from that to show you. I'll show you one every day, a little excerpt. But if you haven't watched the whole show, go get it. It's the Big Fiddle Show Quebec special. I think it's episode number 163 of the Big Fiddle Show, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, in fact, I'll play another set of tunes, and then we'll watch that video. My gosh, the special video. All right, let's go over to the jig sets. Oh, now here we got some tricky stuff going on here. So by the way, mostly when we play for a contra dance, Pat and I, we like to play Canadian and New England tunes. They just kind of fit the music better, but you can certainly play old-time tunes for contra dancing. Lots of people do. But we like the sound and feel of those New England and Canadian tunes. After all, New England's where the whole thing got started, right, many years ago. So let's play a jig set now. Couple of Canadian tunes, the Boston Life jig in G, followed by Cadeau jig in B flat. Okay, so see, I think the tricky part of switching tunes is that you've got to be able to find the pickup notes when you come to the second tune. That's the tricky bit. And that's the tricky bit in that Pure Lane competition up there in Canada, too. If you don't know, it's one thing to have the tune in your head, but you've got to nail that pickup. And so you can't just kind of meander into it when you're playing a contra dance, especially. You've got to like pound it when you come to that key change. And especially when we're playing it with other people, because if you start wandering around, they'll start wandering around, and pretty soon everybody's wandering around. And then the dancers are wandering out. So let's play. Yes, there's a lot of notes in that set. Yeah, we like the tunes with lots of notes. You know, I figure, I think I counted up one time, if you play through a whole tune all the way through, there's some like 1,500 notes or something like that. And so really, I think I did this for a fiddle contest. So if you play a tune 3 times through in a fiddle contest, I was guessing it's like 1,500 notes. So from an engineering standpoint, which is my background, if you get 1% error, that's pretty good in a lot of cases. You know, you fudge 1% in either direction, you're doing pretty good. So I figure a guy could play, 15 notes wrong, like totally dead wrong, and still win the contest. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. But from, viewing it from the standpoint of engineering, that would be a really good performance to miss 15 notes in one set of tunes, a tune 3 times through. So, hey Kim, what's up? All right, so we're gonna play the Boston Life jig, followed by Cadeau jig. But what you got to work out is, so here's the second tune, and when I switch, well, that's not Cadeau. See, there already I was on the wrong tune. Okay, so that's what I got to switch to. But the first tune is this: Boston Life to Cadeau. See, oh no, the dance falls apart. All right, let's try it for good. Okay, we got through that one. Woo, that was tough. All right, we're gonna play this 5-note arpeggios are troublesome. Yeah, that tune is that took me a while to get on to how to bow that tune. Yeah, that's a toughie, but it can be done. If I can do it, you can do it. So, yeah, no, I love that tune. I don't know who wrote that. I thought for a while that Frank Farrell had written that, but I don't think he did. I think somebody up in Canada wrote Boston Life. I'll have to ferret that out and see. Okay, let's do one more set of reels, and then I'll show you a little video. But so we got, all right, next set of reels, Pat the Budgie in C, followed by Bailey's Breakdown in D. And again, you got to find, so Bailey's Breakdown goes, I think I can find that pretty easy. Some of them are harder to find. Pat the Budgie. When we first went up to Canada, a friend of ours, Graham Shepard's wife Jo, was talking about a budgie bird. I had no idea what a budgie bird is. We call them parakeets or something down here, but and then I realized that's kind of an English thing too, to call them budgie birds. Little birds keep in the cage with a lot of kind of green and colored, nice little bird. So Pat the Budgie. There must have been a budgie bird named Pat at one time. All right. Reels. Here we go. Not jigs, reels. Up. Bailey's Breakdown by the great Gerald Bailey, who's from the Ottawa Valley, and led off with Pat the Budgie, which I think is a Graham Townsend tune, but not sure. We call it Pat the Budgie, P-A-T-T for Pat, you know, but it's P-A-T, Pat the Budgie. Oh man, hey, let's watch a video. we played a lot of great tunes when our friend Martin was here, and her husband Simon, and we recorded a video, a live stream on Monday night this past week. So let's hear another tune from that. It's called Real a Kim. Real a Kim. Here we go. See if I can bring that up here for you. Well, I think that might be the next tune.
Maybe.
Real Kim?
Yeah.
That means real for Kim, right?
Real a Kim, yes.
Real, okay.
Kim.
It's a Quebecois tune, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I cannot say who wrote that.
But for sure it is, yeah. Okay, so Real a Kim, here we go. We play through each part 2 times, right? I think that's how we did, yeah. Okay. Oh, not too fast. Not too fast.
No, because
That's one fun tune to play. I'm telling you right now, that is a fun tune. Kim, you got to play that. It's a good tune. Really fun to play. So well, if you did, I didn't put up anything. I don't put up every day on the Facebook page or elsewhere when we're having the show. I don't want to overwhelm people with notifications. I think the best way to find out when we go live is to go to the subscribe button on our channel. That's at Charlie Walden. That's the name of the channel. If you just type that, youtube.com/at Charlie Walden. And then when you go to the subscribe button, when you hit subscribe, there'll be a little bell next to that, a little bell. And if you click on the top one, which is receive notifications, then whenever I go live, your phone will go ding. Or if you're on your computer, it'll go ding. And so that's the best way to not miss any live streams. So I'm going to do this most days, unless I'm out of town. I know some days I get busy and then life intrudes on the Big Fiddle Show tune at noon, but nonetheless. All right, so that's a good one, by gosh. And hey, that's a really great tune, Reel of Kim. I love it. So we got to play us another set of jigs here. We're going to play Charlie Hunter and Tom McCormick. So Charlie Hunter's in D, and Tom McCormick is in C. And as I said, you know, when you're making the old switch, you got to figure out what the pickup notes. That's one that doesn't really require pickup notes necessarily. You can just hit that E on the right when the tune starts. So here we go. Charlie Hunter in D and Tom McCormick in C. And I think Charlie Hunter's tune in D I learned from an Allie Bain recording, Allie Bain and Phil Cunningham. And then Tom McCormick I got off of, it's a Cape Breton tune I got off of a Joe Cormier recording. So long time ago. I played both these tunes for quite a long while. That's it. Crash, burn. All right, we're going to play the last part, and I'll try. Oh, man, see, that'd be bad if that happened during the dance. I got a week and a half to sort it out. I won't have any trouble. I've done that a lot of times, but somehow, you know, you can't, when you're playing for a contra dance, you know, you play the tunes a long time. Same with square dance, but contra dance, you know, when you're switching tunes, your brain goes into fog mode. You're playing totally out of the lizard part of your brain. There's no upper activity, cognitive activity, and all of a sudden you go, oh crap, I got to switch tunes, and then something like that'll happen. All right, here we go. Last time through, let's see. Okay. Whew, man. Okay, see, that's a crash and burn there, you know. I believe Mr. Rosen has commented on my directly texting to the Big Fiddle Show hotline 847-920-7587, and he's telling me the jig is up. Dude, that's pretty clever. That's my kind of pun, man. In that case, the jig was down. Yes, the lizard brain. It's the brain that performs all the important functions of your body, from elimination of waste. Maybe even sexual activity is controlled by the lizard brain. This is a family show, better not go to there. But all the basic bodily functions, making sure you're breathing, your heart's still beating. That's all in the medulla oblongata, I believe the medical people would say. All right, let's go to let's look at some pictures. While our friends were here, we took them on what is apparently the most popular tour of any kind in the United States, and it is the Chicago Architectural Boat Tour. The architecture of Chicago is amazing. If you haven't been to our fair city, I claim it. It's wasn't too happy when I moved up here 32 years ago, but I really like Chicago, man. And don't believe all you hear about people being gunned down in the street. Of course they are. Some people are, but most people I know have never been gunned down in the street. But the downtown area of Chicago has most. I mean, to me, I put it up against any city in the world. And certainly makes New York and Los Angeles look pretty sick, if you ask me, given the whole downtown area, the big Millennium Park they built at the turn of the century. I mean, it's an incredible place. But so this boat tour, you go along the branches of the Chicago River, and you see views of these skyscrapers that you never would see just walking about on the street or driving around in the loop there. It's really amazing. And so anyway, let's look at some of my pictures I took. So there's Trump Tower. That's a very prominent, and I love that drawbridge down below. There's a zillion drawbridges. I don't know what the total count. We've got as many drawbridges as any place in the world too. They're big, old iron drawbridges. They're really cool. And there's I believe that is the Tribune Building, if I'm not mistaken, Chicago Tribune Building there. And there's another great skyscraper. The guy was really knowledgeable, telling us about all the different kinds of architecture. This is some kind of box architecture from the 60s. I love the fact that you have, these old buildings juxtaposed next to these gleaming modern skyscrapers too. It's pretty fantastic. And there's a view of the riverfront. There's trees all along. There's a river walk that you can walk for couple miles. And along the way, there are cafes and pubs and things to see. It's really unbelievable what they've done. What used to be a stinky river that nobody wanted to have anything to do with. And there's another big, tall building, big glass building. There's the Marina Tower, is that what it's called? Marinas. The word marina is in it. I don't think Marina Tower is exactly what they call it. The one that looks like scalloped, they call it the corn cobs. But there's if you look up, there's a movie. It's I think it was a Clint Eastwood movie, where a guy they actually drove a car off the tower into the Chicago River. A one-shot stunt. Better make sure there's film in the camera. I'll see if I can find that and show it to you tomorrow. But the car crashing from one of those decks out into the Chicago River is pretty fantastic. So there's the old Sears Tower right there. And that's an incredible building with all the buildings are such that you see all these views of other. You see the rest of the skyline reflected in all these different buildings. It's really amazing. That's the T Tower again. I think that's all the pictures I had for you today, but that's enough. You get an idea, but it's really, really nice. I like having visitors because we do things when visitors are here that we wouldn't go down and go on the boat tour just for ourselves, but I've been 3 or 4 times. I'd go again today. I mean, it's amazing. And the weather was perfect. You're right. It was like, 70 degrees and didn't need a jacket or anything riding along there. And then they take you out almost to Lake Michigan, turn around. It's incredible. All right. 43 of the original 50. Oh, wow. Okay. Good. Thanks Steve for the Chicago factoid. 43 of the original 52 are still operating. And we did drive under the bridge I think I took a picture of it. I'll have to, actually there's a video I'll show you tomorrow. The bridge I think it's at Kinsey, it's a street where the Dave Matthews Band, dumped all the black water from their bus, 800 gallons, onto one of these boat tours. And Kind of scary. That the guy drove us under it and said, "Oh, look, this is where the Dave Matthews Band dumped poo on people, 150 people." Hey, let's play one more set of reels and then I'm out of here. So, let's see, what do we got here? How about the blind man's reel to the Lucky Trapper? So the Lucky Trapper starts like this. And the blind man's reel goes. So I got to get from this one in F to this one in G. Let's see if we can do it, folks. Switch! Made it. All right. That's a good set right there. Those two tunes. I like the switch from F to G too. It's really nice. Nice effing key. Yeah, man. Hey, Mike Hartgrove. Man, famous people just keep appearing to watch this show. Mike Hartgrove, one of the finest bluegrass fiddlers you'll ever hear. And he's also a fellow Missourian. So, by gosh, Mike, thanks for joining in here. Hey, you know what? It's time for the show to be ended, though. There's a pork chop sitting up in the oven, ready for me to eat. And Pat's going to be back soon. We'll enjoy our delicious pork chops. But come back tomorrow. I'm here. I may not put a notification on Facebook. Sometimes I just don't get around to it. And like I say, I don't want to overwhelm people with repeating the same notification. So subscribe and click the little bell. Click the little bell. That's the most important thing. And make sure you're set up to receive notifications from YouTube on your phone, too. That's another thing you got to do. There's a few steps involved. But anyway, just go look around noon. It'll be there. I always put the link up an hour or so in advance so you can see that I'm for sure doing it or not. Anyway, folks, thanks a lot. Catch you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining me, Alistair. If I didn't mention you today, anybody up there, I think I caught everybody, but if not, see you next time.